from one of the others. At least some of them survived.
Look at you, blending in with that pulse.
The Commonwealth sounds so exciting. And dangerous.
What you looking at?
Someday, I'm gonna check out the Commonwealth. If my Gran lets me.
Ashes! You found him! Thanks, ma'am.
You're welcome.
I'm so glad. Ashes! Bad kitty. I was so worried about
Oh, you're that new traveler.
I bet Mom's
You must have
gonna
had
make
so
me
many
feel
adventures
bad.
out in the Commonwealth.
Gran says I'm a bottomless pit when it comes to food.
I know, I don't like it either. But I'm just happy you're back.
Trying to make a habit out of
You're still here?
it? Those screws.
What I wouldn't give for some real time off.
Dr. Forsyth and Rachel have plenty of medical supplies to get you stocked up. What are you building?
You'd better keep your mouth shut about this place. Can't trust anyone.
Anything I can do? You just say the word.
Yeah.
Hey there.
So what's your story? Looking to trade?
Let's see what you got.
All right.
Need to get back to Diamond City one of these days. Biggest town I ever saw.
Excuse me. If you need Hey,
Looking to buy?
let's see what you have.
Here's what I got.
Sun goes down, crazies come out.
You certainly know your way around a workbench. We still have to discuss. Out here.
Hey, hold up there. First time in Good Neighbor? You can't...
You better back off, or you're the one who's...
Whoa, hey, all right. We'll just...
Whoa, time out. Someone steps through the gate the first time, they're a guest. You lay off that extortion crap.
What do you care? She ain't one of us.
No love for your mayor, Finn? I said let her go.
You son of a cock. You keep letting outsiders walk all over us. One day, there'll be a new mayor.
Come on, man. This is me we're talking about. Let me tell you something. Why'd you have to go and say that, huh? Breaking my heart over here. Now I know you had old Finn handled back there, but a mayor's gotta make a point sometimes. You alright?
I'm fine.
Good. Now, good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
Yeah, I feel you.
Good. You stay cool, and you'll be part of the neighborhood. So long as you remember who's in charge.
Mayor Hancock.
Too bad about Finn. Gonna miss him next super mutant attack rolls round. Oh well. What can I do for our newcomer?
Looking for work.
Work, huh? I'll tell you what. It's Raider.
I might be interested.
Okay.
You said things...
I like where your head's at.
If you can't put real money on the table...
Ruthless. Nice. You might actually live long enough for me to pay you. All right. 400 caps.
Scout out Pickman Gallery. On it.
Cool. Be thorough, okay? I'm not paying for a look-see. Find out what's really going on there.
Well, hello. Everything here is guaranteed to injure, maim, or kill at you.
Let's see what you got.
A gun for every...
Brotherhood of Steel. Better stay out of Good Neighbor. All I'm saying. Hey, you. Looking for work?
Yeah, when can I start?
What? If you don't... I'll give you 50 caps. Interested?
You can do better than that.
Fine.
This is just a bad deal.
You're killing me here.
Still not good enough.
200. And that's as high as I go.
Really?
Jeez, I gotta watch out for this one.
I'm gonna need more to go.
There's a project I'm working on. So little...
I'm in.
That's what I like. Let's go inside. I'll give you the lowdown.
Now, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in my time, but a flying ship? Yowza.
Fred, are you going to hang out in the lobby all day again, or are you actually going to go down and do some work?
Being available to the customers is work. It's not all about cooking chems, Claire.
It's not all about sampling those chems either. Maybe if you stopped using, you could focus.
What? Where's the fun in cooking it if you ain't using it?
My mistake.
Hi.
Oh man, someone new! You need some jet?
Uh-huh. You have any work?
Yeah, you know the gun. I mean...
Your offer's a little low.
Alright, let's make...
Not good enough.
Yeah!
Big neighbor's full of chem addicts.
Okay.
All right, Fred.
You're the best.
Before you even start, let's skip to the point.
I just clean up around here.
Hey there. You're new around Good Neighbor, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think of the place?
Seems like my kind of...
Bit of a rough town. Name's Rufus. I'm usually here, looking for parts.
I could use work.
Don't know if you've had the beer down. Found this hall. Thing is,
Right?
which is where you...
I assume this is a paying job.
Of course. How about figure?
This isn't exactly this.
Fair.
Have you seen how many super mutants are?
You drive a hard bargain. Are you gonna take the job?
What's the catch?
The usual. Place it's in isn't empty. Might have to shoot your way. Are you gonna take the job?
Sure. I'm in. Let's do it.
Great. When you leave...
What? No, it can't. It's you. From Sanctuary Hills, right?
Yeah.
What? You don't remember me? I sold you that space in the vault. But then I wasn't on the listing. But you, look at you. 200 years, and you're still perfect. How's that?
The vault had these pods that froze us in place. I only thawed out recently.
What? Vault-Tec never told me that. Unbelievable. Well, I had to get to the future the hard way. Living through the filth, the decay, and the bloodshed. Look at me.
I'm so sorry.
You know... Oh, God. I've been so...
Hey, you know you could head back to Sanctuary.
Really? You will? Okay.
You again.
get lost!
Feel me?
Yeah, you tell it like it is, Hancock!
Now, what out there in our big, friendly Commonwealth would want to drive us apart? What kind of twisted, unneighborly boogeyman would want to hurt our peaceful community?
The Institute and their sins!
That's right. Who said that? Coming up to my office later. You've earned yourself some. The Institute. They're the real enemy. Not the Raiders. Not the super mutants. Not even those tools over in Diamond City.
I don't know, Hancock. I'd sure love to give McDonough a kick in the ass.
Hey, we all know I got my own personal beef with that lardhead. But stay focused. Now, I want everyone to keep the Institute in mind. When someone starts acting funny. When people are doing things they don't normally do. When family starts pushing you away for no reason. We all know who's behind that kind of shit. And the only way to stop it is to stick together. They can't control us if we're not afraid. Now, who's scared of the Institute?
Not us!
And which town in the Commonwealth should the Institute not fuck with?
Good neighbor!
And who's in charge of good neighbor?
Hancock! Of the people, for the people!
Well, well, Mr. Valentine. I thought you had forgotten all about little me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
Good Neighbor's crazy. Thefts, murder.
I hear you.
It's rough in the best. You ever listen to this?
My family? I was in cryo...
Oh, man, that's a...
Wasn't he a...
Yeah, that's... Boy, if you...
It seems like...
Maybe... I got a plan to...
Good on you for trying to make...
I just said, I've built but to make... And they act...
I'll get the costume for you.
You're gonna... Before the bomb... So that's where you'll find it.
Here for Amari? She's downstairs.
Collection or
But
something?
isn't that owned by someone else?
Irma.
Whatever you and Nick are up to, I don't need to know. Just don't let the big metal softy hurt himself, all right?
Dr. Amari?
Yes. I take it this isn't a social call.
We need your help, Doctor.
I know it, chap.
Are you two putting aside the fact that you're...
Please. Here's what I could find.
What's this? That's the hippocampus.
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, the brain implant could fit him. But that's an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway. Get hit in the head? I can relate.
Hey, I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever
All
you're ready,
systems are
Mr.
go,
Valentine,
man.
just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Tell me you have a way past this, Doctor.
Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
All right, let's get started.
Just sit down over there, and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad.
Remember,
that cost her more than a few beatings.
Memories as Kellogg.
I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then.
Turn down that goddamn radio! I'm trying to sleep!
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole. I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. It doesn't matter now, though.
What a joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio, all useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. You focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself. There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe. I don't remember much from that time. It all kinda blends together. There was almost always a bar, though. That's universal.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming. So, you're with the Institute. The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute.
I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
Systems off.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Override initiated. Cryogenic stasis.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
Vault computers are still working.
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. I guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
That's good. Check.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but I never like to. But it was better this way. Better than taking his kid and leaving him alive.
In through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving her alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if she somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If she could take me out, they won't be able to hide from her for long.
Just find it.
Pod C6, down the hall near the end.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Is it
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here.
No.
Come here, baby.
No. I've got him!
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean!
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have a backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm.